walked for a while. Then Marigold said, "Where did the grass go?" Haley said, "We are in the city now, hun." Then Marigold said, "What is a city?" Haley thought it's not common to have to explain what a city is to someone. She looked around. Haley thought, how will I explain this to her? Then Haley said, the city is like a large town, and the houses are closer together than in town, and there is usually not a lot of grass. There are usually sidewalks, roads, parking lots, and lots of pavement. Marigold said, "I like grass, not this other stuff." Oh, Haley stopped walking and turned to her. Then she said, "Don't worry, we live in a more rural area. There is grass in our front and backyard." Marigold said, "Good, I like grass." Haley turned back to the direction she was walking in. Then she nodded as she kept walking. Many cars drove past them. Haley thought, we need to stay as far back as we can. I cannot wait till we get home. I cannot get kidnapped again. Oh man, I cannot stand that word. They walked for a while, then she caught her breath as she stopped. Then she set the box down, then she recognized the area they were in, therefore she said, "We made it." Marigold stopped. Then she said, "Wham." Haley thought, I need to make it home. I cannot stand here and wait. I got to do it. Haley stood there for a few minutes. Marigold said, "Are you okay?" Haley barely uttered, "We have been walking for so long." And she began to walk again. After a long while, Haley made it home. Her mother said, "Well, Haley, oh my goodness, you are all right?" Haley said, "Yes." Then Haley thought, oh, their bottom halves are all made of stone. She looked at Marigold and said, "Marigold, how do we fix this?" The golden sheep said, "You have to go get some clay from Psyche." Haley said, "Great, let's go." Her mother said, "Well, Haley, please be careful." Well, Haley yelled back, "Why, Will?" One of her cousins said, "Was that a golden sheep she was talking to?" Rebecca said, "Yeah, fairies apparently exist too." She went into the house and dropped off the box of makeup. Then she ran out of the house in the direction of the beach. Haley said, "I need my wings again." And she said, "You have to say appear while thinking about them." Therefore, Haley did as Marigold told her. Then they reappeared. Haley picked up Marigold and began to fly. Then she said, "Okay, where do we find that lady at?" Marigold said, "You mean Cybele?" Haley said, "Yes." Marigold said, "So she only comes to beaches," and Haley began to fly back to the beach they previously won. As Haley flew, she said, "Well, how do you know about her?" Then Haley thought, since you did not leave that one place very much." Marigold said, "Well, I learned Greek mythology when I was 8 years old." Haley said, "Who taught you?" Marigold said, "My teacher." "When you are 8, you have to learn Greek mythology." Haley thought, this sheep is a public schooler. Marigold probably would not understand what a public schooler is. She especially would not understand what a homeschooler is. She said she learned Greek mythology when she was 8. I wonder how old she is. And she said, "How old are you, Marigold?" Marigold said 12. Haley thought, "I thought she was a little younger than that." Soon they made it to the beach they were on previously. Haley landed, then she put Marigold down. Then she said, "Okay, how do we get that lady?" Marigold said, "We have to get a big rock that is touching the air and the water." Haley looked out and spotted one quickly. She said, "Okay." She hesitated as she thought, "Do we have to stand on it?" And she asked, "Do we have to stand on it?" Marigold said, "Yes." She picked up Marigold and then flew to the rock. She landed on a big rock. Then she said, "Okay, what do I have to do now?" Marigold said, "Now you have to build her seat." And Haley looked around and thought, "I will use the rock." Then Haley began to build a chair. Marigold walked a little ways away. Then she threw a rock to the ground. It broke open. There was clay inside. She said, "There is clay inside of these." Haley quickly looked and then got back to work. As Haley worked, she thought, "Hopefully a wave does not come up here and ruin all my work." I got to work faster. Once she was done, she said, "Okay, what do I have to do now?" Marigold said, "Okay, we need to send her a message." Haley thought, "Wait, why did I build this chair then?" And Marigold said, "Mermaids, can you help us again?" Haley thought, "How do the mermaids hear her? I don't understand how that works." Some mermaids came to the surface. One of them said, "Yes, can we help you?" Marigold said, "Can you write a letter to Cybele, please, ladies?" One of the mermaids said, "Yes, we will do that for you." The other one said, "What does it need to say?" She said, "Can you come to wherever this beach is called and help Haley? She needs some of your clay that makes people not stone anymore." The mermaids said, "Okay," then they went back underwater. Hayley thought, oh, please hurry. I wonder if they are not helped soon. What will happen to them? Don't think anything bad. Hayley, just stay calm. Well, for your standards of calm. Soon the chair began to light up. Hayley thought, this must be her. This must be her. Oh, thank goodness she is here. Cybele appeared in the chair. She stretched and yawned. Hayley stared at her pretty intensely, waiting for her help. Cybele said, you seem so surprised to see me. I mean, you're a fairy, surely you knew nymphs existed too. Hayley said, well, no, ma'am, I am a human. I got these wings today. Then she said, well, okay, that must be why. She got the container of clay and said, well, I have what you need right here. Hayley said, oh, thank you. And Hayley quickly reached out for the clay. Cybele handed her the clay. Hayley said, oh, thank you. And Cybele said, anytime. Then she disappeared. And Hayley thought, wow, she moves fast. Hayley said, all right, let's go home. And once again, Hayley scooped up Marigold. Then she flew home with her.